decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
Here's a give to Washington. Got enough for the first down. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to Washington. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Here's Williams to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Fourth down, Williams. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's more. Snags it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4.
It's always interesting to view the good teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Finds his big tight end. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
RPO complete. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Throwing, Williams. Buying time to his right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Here's more to throw. Right side, it's Hooks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Moore to the air. Left side, it's Moore. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Throws it off the RPO. Turning it on. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Moore with the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Moore turns it upfield. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught, and he's got room. He's at the 40. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Hill. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Fourth down, Moore. Finds him out of the backfield. He's down immediately, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Moore pulls it in, And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the counter. Shakes off the defender. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Out wide left, it's Johnson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Plowing ahead on 4th down. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. There he goes. The 20. The 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Boy, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Pulls it fire complete. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Just going to keep it after the snap. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive quarterback.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Breaks into the open. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He'll pull it down and run. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back the pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football. And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Williams. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. And the Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Run in the red zone. It's Washington. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. Just smothered on the play.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
3rd and long coming up. Making the adjustment. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Washington. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Throwing more. Quickly to the tight end. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Right side, it's Johnson. Could not make his way to the corner. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They boot it away on fourth down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. No room to bring it back. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start on the ground with Washington. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Now Washington uses his third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Rides to the back. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Here's a give to Washington. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with a look at Georgia Southern taking on the number 17 team, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's Georgia Southern coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. The victory closes the chapter on a 5-7 regular season. Disappointing, but those seniors go out with a victory. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the American Conference.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Here's more to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Got room at the 35. Running free. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. His third touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting a nice wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
2nd and long here. Williams. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Keeps it himself. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Left side, it's Moore. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Dante Moore. Rushes on. Hauls it in. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Moore will throw. Out wide right, it's Hooks. On the move at the 30. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll send the back in motion. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Moore, look out, and they got it.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. It's a draw. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Williams to throw. Whip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions.
Booster!
3rd down from the gun, Williams. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Here we go, ready, go! Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Hooks. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Gets the back moving. Hits inside, it's Hill. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Throwing more. Out wide right, it's Hooks. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Trying to slip through and pick it up. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. They'll go play action with Moore. Right side, it's Johnson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. They'll move the wide receiver. Running the red zone, it's Hill. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Wide right, it's Moore. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
A first down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown...
Oh, and they blocked it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's got it! They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Throwing, Williams. Right side, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Williams looking for a man. Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Had to force that one.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Williams. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Washington wants to go quickly.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Williams, they're all over him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Here's Williams to throw. Here comes the heat. He's dropped. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. He's going to run it. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not...